Jones Jr.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This is one of those...
We're expecting an all-action slugfest. That punch lands. Beautiful counter shot. Unlucky to miss with that jab. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Good defense on the right uppercut. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Get back out there and win the round.
Tired, he's not getting back up. You're doing good, kid. You're doing good.
And he's going to be confident now.
Nice counter shot. The jab not finding its target. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Catch and shoot. The perfect counter lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That hook doesn't score. Punch, counter punch. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
There's a counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Take the round off, win the round.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Left hook just missed. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. A much better game plan here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Good round. I like it. I'm happy. Good man.
Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind the jab.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swing and a miss with that jab. How about that time counter shot? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's why the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Alvarez in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. Time for the fifth round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well done with that counter shot. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need... There's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. Lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One punch could change everything in this battle. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A lot of effort being exerted here. Punch himself out, though. That counter punch caught him clean. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Now you start wondering how much worse these two fights. Here comes round 7. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
That big hook doesn't land. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook was off target. Nice counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. His stamina is off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Alvarez in that left. And we enter the 8th round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
That counter shot lands. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. Nice job blocking the hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter punch. Can't land that jab. Nice counter punch. And he just missed with that left jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Another done. All day and just what have I become? No chance, I'll stay what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Phone out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun. I think my end just begun. Another one last time please ya. Now I ain't live to please ya. Ain't got no plans to be through. With this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool. Nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue. At least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume. But I'm just days of refuse. Or maybe make it out soon.
Welcome to the very mysterious theatrical venue that is Cambrian Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's... And here he... Saul Canelo Alvarez, a 4-division multi-time world champion. Quite simply one of the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red...
You can tell both of these fighters are... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. That uppercut to the body. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Crawford is dazed. Now they're right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. A big, heavy blow, and Saul is down. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the...
And there's the bell to start round 2. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Jab slightly off target. The perfect counter lands. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
A shot from the gods took him out.
At some point...
Small blood, look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
He's got to waste time.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This is the kind of fight you expect from 2 world-class elite middleweights. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Here we go to the 4th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
To see a jab from these 2. Perfect counter shot. Misses with the right uppercut. Good punch. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
That punch lands. Catch and shoot. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
Time for the 5th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything.
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Where did that come from?
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard